Good morning. Okay, welcome in, guys. Dev's Tin Cup. Hope you guys are doing well. How the hell do you add a map on Google Maps? I gotta quickly make a map for my son so he knows where to come when I pick him up. Get that old Photoshop out, boys. Welcome in, Zayman. How you doing, Chief? Fucking tune. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael the Dark Lawrence, and welcome to another episode of The Darkness here on Twitch. It's Monday, chat, 25th July, 22, day 68 in a row. It's gonna be a short one today, guys, because my son's coming to visit until Wednesday, so today and tomorrow is going to be literally like a couple hours, 2.5 hours, starting from the same time, 10 o'clock, that we are just now. And that gives us plenty of time to hang out. And then I can get some family stuff done, and obviously we're still waiting for live and all that jazz. Right now, I'm just, car park. I'm trying to get this thing made here for my son, so he knows where to get picked up. I'm using some Photoshop. It's beautiful, chat. It's beautiful. You would be so impressed. How's everyone doing? How was your weekend? Let's see your paste. That's what I want. Do this. Train car park. Ugh. Where's the edit button on this one? Where are you? How do I get the text button again on this? Not that there. That's it there. I want that. Yeah. There we go. I need higher text on it. That's it there. Let's do like 30. No, let's do more. Sort this out. There we go. So we'll do 50. We'll do that. Nearly done, chat. Smaller text, actually. Good old stuff. There we go. Yeah. Alright, this will do for him. I can't really be arsed doing much work. Beautiful. There we go. Copy this. Then send it to the family. Where is he? Sorted. Good. Hide that. Nice. Solid. Work of art. It's just work of art, chat. Alright, let's load up the game. No, sometimes I get the feeling. Nice, let's go on PTU. Did anyone see Morphologist's video on the 890? Like having like 100+ people in it. That's mental, man. And they start flying around as well. Hey, Senla. Little speculation given the experience and feedback so far. What do you personally expect the player gap to be? Hopefully 85. I would say 85. 100 it seems to work, Senlaya. But obviously, database starts going a bit dodgy. They pushed it to 120 and it starts really making memes. So if they did a compensation of it was working with 100, but obviously it works better with 50, I would say 85 or 75. 75 or 80 would be a really good number to go with. But they've not mentioned that they might go any higher. I personally think if they did 85, it would work. As 100 was pretty good. But obviously it had some problems, so just give a little bit of leeway. Maybe make it a nice flat 80, so you got 20 as a leeway. I don't know. I don't know what they're planning to do. I hope they, like, again, it's looking good that they're actually being able to do more more people on the server. But obviously, like, I don't want a server increase unless actually is working, you know what I mean? Because 100 people on the server makes zero impact to me. We noticed then when doing bounty hunting and there was no events running, literally it was like 2 players would bounty hunt on the server out of 100+. So it's like, it won't change anything. It only helps with like if people like Burks or Morphologists and Salty Mike or whoever is like doing a community event or something, bringing everyone together, that's the only time it would actually be of use right now in the game. Knowing Sierra likely push hard for 100 for the update. Yeah, most likely. Again, long as it just doesn't cause database issues. We know that flight lag, flight desync doesn't make any difference. The FPS is so bad that you could have 5 people and it would still be really bad at times. But it's when you press I, the database stuff, like for your inventory and stuff like that. That's the only things I care about. If that doesn't have any impact, put as many people as you want on the server as far as I'm concerned. Just long as when I press I, this doesn't spin around like crazy. When I'm trying to load a ship, it doesn't take hours. That's all I care about until server meshing and all that jazz. Stefan, thank you very much for the follow there, Chief. Appreciate that. Wondering if I should actually change this around. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try something here, chat. I use my left monitor for basically chat and like database and stuff like that. Let's do something here. Hey, Blue Banks. How you doing, sir? I really like your video on the rally driver kind of guy. It's funny. Do I put this down? Yeah, you know what? Let's put this down here. That will actually make that better. We're gonna try something for the day, chat. This is gonna be bizarre. Okay, so that goes there. That's there. There we go. I'm gonna lower my notifications actually down, so it's like what, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That there. Let's extend you guys so I can read you a little bit clearer. Maybe beast up the comp size. I still haven't fully got my system, like, because obviously I reinstalled the stream PC and the game PC. I still haven't got it exactly how I had it before. The joys of forgetting. I rushed it, yeah. You know that because of that video I had to go back and watch the original and remembered how funny it is. It's so good. Hey Dark Neon, how you doing, Chief? Hope you've all had a good weekend. I'm hoping that we get live. Earliest would be Wednesday evening, Thursday or something like that. Thursday would be good because obviously Jack is here until Wednesday afternoon, so it's a very short visit for him because he's got work, and then he's off to Ibiza for a holiday. So it's literally just technically like 2 full days out of the 3. Not even that really. Maybe like a day and a quarter or something he's here for. However, hike tomorrow, and it's looking good because hopefully the rain will fuck off because right now it's really, really pouring down.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Let me change up the music a little bit. Let's do some David Guetta. Alright, lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. So I've decided that pretty much the sneak release of electric mango is literally pina colada. Alright, a lot of people have come back on this one as well. I personally don't think it tastes like mango at all, but it is a really nice pina colada, obviously without the alcohol. So if you like pineapple and like coconut, that's what I would recommend with the electric mango. It's not mango. Or like for me, it just doesn't taste mango. It's like a pina colada. Now that I think about it, because of that, that makes it just even better for me. Because I do really love pineapple juice. It kind of dehydrates you a bit, but an ice cold pineapple juice. And I do like coconut. I use coconut oil or butter, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's like, you know, solid for cooking. I think it's so much better than olive oil and stuff like that. Put some good fats on you as well. Like say you're just doing your chicken, you know. It's really good. I need to buy some t-shirts as well, chat. Because shit is getting tight as the chest increases in size and the arms. Also, all my sneak stuff is sort of like starting to fade after like a year plus of washing, so I'm gonna get that done. But I think I'm just gonna buy just what are they called, those really cheap like t-shirts that you can get, the something of the loom, wherever it is, you know, very cheap ones. Apparently chocolate butter is even better but rare to find. Chocolate butter? Never actually heard of that before. Hey, Two Fragus. Colin, how you doing, guys? Welcome in. Yeah, I had a great weekend. Thank you, sir. Hope you're all good. Oof. So yeah, we're only on for a wee while, guys. I do apologize for the next 2 days, but obviously family. I've not seen my son since last year, so quickly do a hike with him and stuff, and then obviously with live being at the weekend, hopefully. I mean, there's nothing to actually say. It's gonna be really cool. I've never heard of chocolate butter. I know you can get like what, like the hazelnut spread kind of stuff. What's it called? Man, my mind is just totally blank today. Need to fly. I was hoping for pressure to be up. Finally on holiday from both jobs, just woken up with a good lay-in. It's good, eh, when it happens. However, for me, I am very much a person who prefers to be constantly working, so like up at 6 a.m, then do all my other things, hiking in between, get the show ready for like 12 or something like that. Go to bed at like 11 o'clock every day. No fucking memeing around kind of stuff. I know like a lot of people will have, if you would count as like disabilities where they shut down, like struggle to shut down and all that jazz. I get that. For me, I can literally drink coffee and go to bed and just pass out, you know. But I always enjoyed that of the military, just literally learning to shut yourself down, get your hours in, get up, have a high carb, protein meal, calories intake, PT, all that jazz. I always enjoyed it, so I will happily do that any day. I like to work, chat. Not that I'm a workaholic, it's just if I've got stuff on, you know, we get things done. So yeah, we're gonna just chill out, fly on the PTU, try and find some flashbangs, because I don't have time or the will to do anything more in the game right now. I really want live as much as possible. We get down to that looting. So pretty much the plan for live is to become black salesman, black market salesman, weapons dealer, something like that. Try and find railguns and sell them for a hefty price. That's my gameplay. So no missions, just that kind of stuff. Hey, Dragon, how you doing, Chief? How's your weekend? So yeah, we'll just chill out, vibe, have a chat, and save all the content for live as much as we can. Oh, I know why it feels different. I was questioning my flight for a second and I realized that I've changed the FOV to be a bit more closer. Not too much, like I've gone from 72 to 70 just to stop the spreading on the far outer parts of the widescreen. So if he dies, I've never seen what ultra wide looks like. The red bars are the extra parts for ultra wide, and I've noticed that the more FOV you do, the more that stretches really badly in the red area. So I'm trying to push my FOV a bit closer to avoid that, you know. Hey Bale, how you doing, Chief? I miss sitting at Clasher and selling merits. I know. If they would fix jail, then I don't mind the times, you know what I mean? For me, Blue, I like to actually escape. I really like to escape, but the biggest problem is when you escape, you get a second inventory system, and sometimes you can lose your head, which obviously means no mobi-glass because of it. So that's my only issue with it. I've never had a problem with the times of prison or going to prison, because I just loved the escape. I loved calling up the guys and be like, guys, I need an extract. I wish they would just fix it, man, you know? Then, obviously, Luke Presley, who was working on the prisons before, or when it first came out, he's been working on this new Siege of Orison stuff, or dynamic events, so again, if there's only, like, him working on it, or nobody else is, obviously we're never gonna get things fixed, which kinda sucks, you know, but I understand that CIG have to go to other areas. But I wish they would just, like, no joke, just get in and fix everything to do with prisons, and that's it, you know? Then that thing is done. All they have to do is make it where the mission spawns for multiple people, and it's not a fight like that. Put the times back up. Make it where when you escape, you have the same inventory system if you make it to Grim Hex. And the no loss of head, and then that would be fine, you know? Hey, Spit, how you doing, Chief? That would be so good, man. Especially as now that you can sneak ore in. Have you seen that video where they snuck 3 people into jail, Blue? It'd be so cool now that you can sneak everyone in with like bags full of ore and make merits and sell them. Again, I would be totally down for that kind of gameplay, but only if it gets fixed, you know. A lot of things. I'm still waiting for confirmation the MSR secure room is actually secure. I know. Also, they said that they were gonna do another entry for the Mercury Star Runner, which will be cool. Which I can't wait for. Because that's one of the biggest things why I never got a Mercury Star Runner for what it does. Is I don't like ships that only have one entry to them, unless they're a fighter. It's the same with like, if you look at like Cutlass and Connie, they're so good in what they actually have available. And it needs to be massively improved on all bigger ships. Now, I wouldn't class a Vanguard as one of these ships because it's just a fighter, so it just needs an entry in my opinion. But even then, it wouldn't be too bad to have it where you could go through like small hatch, you know, a wee drop hatch. Just needs to be like the Redeemer, you know, pull a tray back or something and you can jump through. This is where, like, no joke, it's not to say that I can't do a better job, but my ideas for Star Citizen would have been, I would have always had it where there would have been free practical things for a ship, especially with multi-crew. So a Vanguard would have been designed where you could pull a tray and drop through. Or go through the side or something like that. Because I think it needs it. It's got a big enough internal to do it. And they could have just made some of the modules more smaller, you know? In my opinion. But Mercury Star Runner definitely needs multiple. It needs a side EVA. So how they did it with the mule, not the mule, the what's it called? The Argo ship that's carrying boxes or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But that one has a really good EVA entrance at the front of the ship. Then it's got the lifts and all that other stuff, you know. That's what you want with all these multi-crew ships. The raft, that's it. Thank you, Doba. That one is really, really well designed for an exterior kind of design. And that's what I would love all the bigger ships to be designed around, you know? Is it Inner Gamo? Oh, I said that name right, thank you very much for the follow. Raft is actually a cool ship, it is, yeah. Hopefully its scale will get better. Yo Dingo, welcome in guys. I love that I can jump up a front landing gear of the Cutty and get into the cockpit. I hope they never fix that. No, they need to fix it, dude. It needs to be fixed, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be able to clip into a ship. However, going back to the Cutty, I wish they still had the go on the wing and enter through the window system that we had on the very first Cutty. That was really cool, you know? The MSR don't need much and maybe the gameplay comes around it, yeah. Yeah, it is definitely useless, dude. I was showcasing yesterday on the show, Bale, that if you shoot the two wings off the MSR, it only goes 50% speed and it just sort of like floats away, you know? You think CIG will tweak GFX? Yeah, they are, yeah. Hey, puppy. You're wet. Away you go, pup. Not picking you up whilst you're wet. Yeah, they're definitely going to be working on G's. You know. Well, baby, barrel. They are definitely working on G's. It's got to be improved, but it's like everything with CIG. It's not that a big thing. Actually, know what we'll do. RQ is 2 just now. Earth. Oh, it was a bad intake. Bad girl. That is. Oh. Coming for me? Oh, yeah. No. I gotta not go. Let's clear out RGs. Maybe not. Ooh, I'm massively G-locked here. Massively G-locked. I'm watching this Cuddy, like, this Cuddy's hovering around. Yeah, Cuddy might get involved. This is where it might get dangerous. Let's rack up free just in case. Yeah, Cuddy's targeting. Yeah, we got red cockpit already. Fucking shield holes, man. They're so annoying. Oh, he's gone. Stay up high as well. I know what he's doing. Keep it. Turn into it. Holy fuck, man. Yeah. So weird, like. Also, why are we going so fucking slow? What the fuck, man? I wonder if they've done anything to the arrow, like. It seems a lot slower. That shield hole stuff is nasty, nasty, nasty. That's definitely one thing that's gonna be a make or break for this game. For 317.2 Live. Because as much as I love the arrow, I do not like having one shield that does nothing, you know? Especially with stock, man. Stock is like one of these nasty, nasty things. Not as bad as I thought it was. Interested to see. Like the best way to fucking deal with bounty hunters, like they got no stamina, man. And then they waste everything, like. Take the height up. Let's see if we can get a full circle on this system. Let's have a look. Yeah, fire his missiles. Let's see, has he fully racked? He's just got standard. I was gonna say that's the sign of a pure sweat is when they start fucking doing that shit. You can get cross section then if you want to play with. I got really shit missiles. Really, really shit missiles. Cross section are just a joke. Like, they don't even go after anyone in this game. There you go. And again, once again proven, you don't have to fucking run away and warp around and do that shit with bounty hunters. They get bored really, really fucking easy, because the money's not worth it, you know? Yeah, definitely shield holes go get fixed. It seems he's flying higher, so he have more mobility, think he can keep up. Oh yeah. Of course, you gotta do that in a Gladius. A retaliator, chat. A retaliator. I think it's... Oh shit, it is actually after me. Guys, we're about to get retaliated. Retaliator! The ultimate PvP ship. Oh, it actually has a gunner. Holy shit. Not bad, like. Yeah, well, with a gunner, there's no way I can take it on by myself. It has far too much HP. If anybody doesn't know about the Retaliator, it has the most HP in the game for a ship. So the shields are really, really weak. And I can get through the shields no problem with one gunner. But there is no way I can solo the HP of that ship without, before it can just warp away. So it's like one of these things where, like fighting a hammerhead, fighting like an 890, this thing, like, let's have a look to see how many people are actually on board. I think it's just one gunner, right? So this is the point where, if you, yes, you got one gunner, right? One gunner shooting, they're firing the torps. You know, we can flare off the torp easy peasy, all that good stuff. This is where they should have come with two fighters. You know what I mean? Like, they're literally hiding behind HP. This is the kind of player that hides behind HP. We can't dogfight, we don't know how to dogfight, we're not willing to learn how to dogfight or learn how to fly, so we'll hide behind the biggest HP ship possible, fire torps at NPCs, which is what everyone does, so that's completely fine, right? But it's just like, the moment you go after a player with a ship like that, you're just making yourself look like an idiot, as far as I'm concerned. Because it can't do anything against an arrow. Yeah, it's a very expensive upkeep, exactly, yeah. This is where, like, again, in the future, when they actually make fuel and stuff come in, it's gonna be so much better. you know? When people won't use expensive ships or ships that are not good enough for the situation. And Retaliator is good if you're going up against like bigger ships like Hammerheads or something like that, but no, it's only got size 2 actually, Mighty Beast. It doesn't have a size 3 shield on the Retaliator. The Retaliator is just HP, that's it. Just raw HP. The other ship, oh, the Hammerhead. People now playing in ways that will not be any good once insurance will work. Exactly, yeah. Well, you've also got to remember, Bill, the price of the Tally's Torp, or size 9 Torps in general, is 65k when you take off the baby wrap mode O-Star Season. We used to have to spend 65k every time we fired a size 9 torpedo. But then CIG made it where repairs, refueling, rearming was super cheap, so people didn't complain about it. But to be honest, I like that kind of stuff. It gives you a reason to have money. It gives you a reason to think before you fired missiles and stuff like that, you know? Oh, the Redeemer. The Redeemer's actually really good. In, what's it called? How's it supposed to work with insurance? So, for example, you know how right now, Loon, that you can literally like leave a server, reclaim, and you get all your modules back, you get all your ammo back, you get all your fuel back? That's not happening in the future. You will literally just get your stock ship back. Fuel, ammo, all these things don't come with insurance. And all your modules as well. So say for example, you have to reclaim your ship. All the good upgraded modules and weapons you put on it, you don't get back. You get the money back for it if you paid the premium insurance, but you then have to go and buy them all over again. So you'll always get your stock ship back, but ammo will not be part of stock in the future. Only the racks and stuff will be. CIG just give us that just now to get into the game, basically. But that's how it's meant to be, where insurance is only ever used if you've actually lost the ship, because when you escape and go to menu, in the future, your ship will just still stay in game until you log back in properly and leave correctly, you know? That comes with persistent. So you're not going to see where, for example, it's like, alright, okay, this server's like getting boring, I would do this, then I would just quickly reclaim my arrow, I'd get all my fit back, all my everything. That won't happen. You'll get the stock ship back that you paid for with money or in-game money, and then you will have to go and do the shopping all over again. This will massively stop people like this coming around in a Retaliator and going, oh, there's TheDarkLaw and an arrow, I'm going to fire a size 9 torpedo. You've just lost 65k because you've done that, you know? That's when people will massively change the way they play this game. You can't fault the Gladius coming. The Gladius is literally looking for a dogfight. I'm really not that interested right now because of the shield holes. I can't engage without literally losing HP for no reason because I'm in an arrow, I'm in atmosphere, and especially as when you've got to go nose to nose to get into the slot. I could get into the slot, but the problem is, in that stage, I've already got a red cockpit, and then in the second pass, I've already got flashing hull, you know? Now, I don't have major structure hull damage, but again, I've done nothing to the Gladius in that time, because I have to kill through 2 shields whilst it's literally just beaming through my shield. And that's just not fun at all for me right now. That's why I'm not engaging in PvP, you know? Unless it suits me, basically. So I would love to actually fight people properly, but the moment I'm losing my HP for no fucking reason, because, well, shield holes is so much fun, you know? Yeah, Demon does have way more oversteer, but again, they'll get around to these things, you know? Tally won't be a good ship moving into other regions, it will be cost, yeah, exactly, yeah. Gladius is like, it's fine, but require people to move it around. Exactly, yeah. Hey, Flame Wombat, how you doing, Chief? I don't know, Looney. I don't know if they're gonna fix it in time. I know that they've got work aside for doing some shield stuff for 318, but that's at the end of the year, dude. You know what I mean? Again, we've literally had multiple PTU patches where there's been no shield holes, and in the last 2 patches, there's been shield holes for me. Because I've been dogfighting in atmosphere, and I've never been hit through the shield through most of PTU, and the last 2 patches I am. So whatever CIG have done to shields, or tried to correct something, they need to revert it back before going to live. Or at least try and fix it, because again, if... no joke, if they've got shield holes in, I'm going to have to fly around in another ship. Because the arrow, as much as it's got a little bit of HP, without 2 shields, I don't have the buffer to negate the damage. You know? Because that's what shields do, they negate the damage. So when you have 2 shields and somebody shoots at you, even if you're taking hull damage, it's still being lessened off because of the shield stat. But with 1 shield, I'm getting so much damage hit me, you know. The Gladius does have shield hole, yeah. But again, I'm having to fight against a ship that has 2 shields versus mine that has 1. So I don't have as much mitigation to damage. So unless I get a perfect merge, I can't engage somebody that has decent skill. Which sucks, you know. Yeah, all the shields, all the ships have shield hole problems, but you only really give a shit on a fighter because obviously with the amount of HP on it. I usually leave the arrow and PvP in the Cutty Blue. Oh god, this guy is coming back, man. And before I change loadout on this. Let's see here. Now with engine loss spinning, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things with PvP that needs to be fixed, and again, it's no player's fault, Blue Manx. It's down to CIG to sort this this stuff out. Shield holes, the cutty engines definitely fall off too fast, or if they fall off, then they it shouldn't do such an aggressive blackout spin and all that jazz. This Gladius is now using the verticality, so it's coming in hot. It's looking to dive down. It's basically just going to use... This is where I can't wait until the new flight model kicks in. Because you know how, like, literally as I'm doing a 2-circle defense, somebody can just stay high and do this, right? This is the counter to it. Is somebody stays high and just does this to you, basically, as you're going around. And eventually down the line, this is going to make you so slow. The biggest problem I would say with Star Citizen is the weapons do too long range. Fighters don't need 1400 meter range. They should have it where they're only like 800 meter range for size 1 to 3. Because you do not need to fucking beam at 1400, and especially if they slow ships down. That 1400 range is just so stupid. It used to work when we were moving really, really fast, but now it's like, it's so pointless. Like, if anyone knows about jet fighters, the range on the guns are so small, but it's a high impact burst damage, you know? We only have to wait a little bit longer. The moment that they put in all the stuff that they're planning for, I can't wait. Because a lot of people won't be able to play the game at that stage. It's because Atmosphere is still very much governed around this fucking look at each other gameplay, and it's really boring. It's a bug with IFCS, but somehow SIG thinks it's immersive. I know. It's most likely they just don't have the people to fix it, sadly. Blue, you know what I mean? It's the biggest thing with Star Citizen right now, is they have so many years of placeholder crap that the teams have to go through and get rid of, you know? What was that? That's a marker. Actually, no, it's a caterpillar. Bigger right now. Gladius is just staying in the the upper area. It's probably trying to get a wingman online. Because by itself, it's not going to take me down. If the blade wasn't so fucking horrible cockpit, I'd maybe consider that to use. But yeah, right now, biggest buzz killer for me in the game is the shield holes. It just, I just don't want to even do PvP because of it. And I don't understand how it's back, because like I said, literally 2 patches before, we didn't have shield holes. In the PU, anyway. I engaged loads of people and never ever got shot through the shield, so it's something recent, so hopefully it can get fixed. It'd be dope if it does. But yeah, like, the moment CIG comes out of placeholder mode, you know, they do missiles, they do their updated shields, they do updated weapons, all that stuff. But definitely for me, this for a fighter, this is where CIG really need to change out the arrow and the gladius to size 2 weapons, in my opinion. And the reason for that is they should then use that to drop the range down. And if they use like a bonus on a turret or something like that for size 3 or size 2, then that would be great. But fighters should have a negative where you can't see there's somebody at like 1,000 meters away from you and they're going really slow and you just do this. Like, look at my extend of range, how fast I can turn at slow speed. So if somebody's moving at like within this range, I can just do this and hit them, you know? And that's a big thing with aerial combat in Star Citizen, is that fighters have way too much range of their shooting. They should not be able to just go slow and do this turret mode. Because this is what CIG have created because of 6DOF, is that somebody can literally just do this, you know? I'll put the couple mode on. Somebody can just do this. And I know that CIG want to bring back in auto hovering or whatever, but this is, especially this one as well. Like, this is just so cancerous. And again, it's the same in space as when you decouple, you can literally decouple going backwards and just full fucking turret mode up, you know? And it's just not good for games to be able to do that. Unless people have high agility, mobility, but then people were constantly complaining. So when you had the thrusters, like the side thrusters, all the same speed and stuff like that, yes, ships were really mobile. But for some reason they want it more like World War I or World War II kind of dogfighting, but it's not even that. That's the bad part about it. Is you can't do what they're doing just now. Now I have a quick fix. If CIG would be willing, I would love to actually pitch this to Yogi and the team. And I've said this a few times on the stream now, is where Afterburner only affects that engine there. If CIG did this, it would massively change out the way flight is right now, you know? But the biggest problem is that you have the 4 thrusters bringing 8, then the same thrusters only do 4 down because it's fate, right? Whilst we have 4 thrusters to do uplift, and we have 4 thrusters to do drag, or the ability to do strafe down, they're not the same speed because CIG have this where they want us to roll into things right now, which is fine. But my idea of the game would be is if I only have 5 to go up and only 3 to go down, that's all I have. Take away Afterburner from your maneuvering thrusters and only make it where your push and your pull engines are affected by Afterburner. This would stop this fucking tricording nonsense of orbiting around people even in atmosphere. Because you wouldn't have the ability to shift the weight of the ship whilst the main thruster is countering you, you know? And that's the biggest problem that CIG have with the flight system right now. They have the thrusters doing too much work. Hey, Hotas, thank you for that, dude. Thank you very much for the 4 months. Can we get some vibes, chat, please? Hey, Twiglet. Light fighters with mech. Yeah, so a great way to balance out this game right now, where CIG don't have to spend much time, is take away afterburner on maneuvering thrusters. So this would be your side thrusters and your up and down thrusters, but you push and pull are exactly the same. Then make it where light fighters, literally, for example, your Gladius and Arrow can only go to size 2 as fixed. And the reason for this is there is no reason to use medium-sized ships. So I can easily give you a way of doing it. Make it where the Arrow and the Gladius can't carry size 3 weapons. Booyah. There you go. They can still dogfight, they can still clap fighters, you know? And that's all you have to do with it. It'd be so good. It would be really, really good. I would still be able to kill fighters or bigger ships like this. It would just take me a wee bit longer. So instead of like the light fighter meta, you have it where if you're not as good at, or not, if you prefer to be agile, you get less damage, and if you want to be in a more tankier ship, you get more damage, you know? It'd be sick. Man, that's missing its wings. Funny enough, it actually looks a lot better without its wings. Oh, its front wings. And that's my 2 fixes to combat in Star Citizen. You don't need to change the G stats, just make it where Afterburner does not affect maneuvering thrusters. Only your main and your pull. That's it. Then bring it down to where arrows, gladius, blade are all size 2 weapons. And then that gives you a reason to go size 3 with like a Hornet, or size 3 with a Buccaneer, size 3, because again, the Hawk doesn't have size 3, it's just got multiple size 2s. And you could even bring that down if you so wish, you know? Bring it down to where it only has like 2 size 2s or something like that, and the rest are 1s. And that is a quick, easy fix that CIG could do like this. It wouldn't require much development work, it's just literally whatever they have in the system that allows you to afterburner with strafes or maneuvering thrusters, it's disabled. Then all they do is just bring the ship size weaponry down on the Gladius and the Arrow. Booyah. So good. And as somebody who likes fighters, it would give me a lot of ability, because again, this is where I'm going to bring in the education of the game. That if with their current capacitor system, it would mean that if the Arrow had only size 2s and size 1s, I would have more shots. Which means more consistent fire in a fight without having to regen all the time, but you're doing less damage. And it would be sick. We've got a secondary ship here. We've got an Avenger Titan. I think the Titan's coming in on us. Let's play with the Titan. Again, shield holes. It's probably going to have ballistics, maybe? Maybe we'll have ballistics. Cutlass is bailing out again. I like Cutlass pilots that just leave, you know. There's the Titan where it's slacking in the speed. Oh! Ooh, that penguin's noise, man. So good. Push right into the slot. They're gonna backstrafe a little bit. That's fine. Alright, we'll be in jail then. That's fine. That's why I go for Badgers and Arrow. I get more pew pew. Yeah, actually that's a good point. I might try that, Blue Manx, actually. I might try that. I need to go and get them. It's fine on the Titan. That's, to be honest, I don't even think that's the pilot's fault. I think that's ESP's fault, sadly. ESP pulls you in and stuff like that, so as I'm trying to get around the ballistics, again, I don't blame the Avenger pilot for that one. I'm pretty sure that was an ESP pull. You could see the nose getting pulled in combat. I should have just let off with that one. Yeah, if only we could just escape. I actually might wipe. Purely because I could go and buy some stuff. Do we know what the starting money we've got just now? Because I could test out some modules. Whilst we're just memeing around. Because obviously I don't have time to like fully integrate with the game today. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to quickly wipe. And I'm going to try out some stuff. I need to go back to Orison to do it though. Yeah. I like actually Blue Max, I like this idea. Let's actually try it out. I'm curious. Let me quickly wipe. This is a good tester for us. Website. But definitely the engine noise on the Titan as it's behind you is so fucking dope, man. It's beefy as hell, like. The jump time thing will give us a bit more money. Yeah, that's very true. Right, erase copy. I'm curious to see how well this will do. EDM is dead. Right, copy account. Again, I'm only on for a couple of hours today, guys. Purely because my son's arriving at the train station at 2 o'clock. So, I'm gonna go meet him. And tomorrow again will be only like 10 to 12 as we're going for a hike. And then Wednesday probably back in the evening, or afternoon, sorry, because he leaves at 12 o'clock. So I'll probably start when he leaves the house. And then hopefully we'll have live and we can get back down to some solid gameplay. Because right now I'm very much like, pfft. My buzz is killed. Until shield holes are gone, I really, like, you take the worst part of PvP and you just make it even worse, you know? The servers are really good, Flying Wombat. The servers are really, really good. I got no complaints on that, and I don't know if they're still doing the 120, but yeah, it seems good. You get like 15 bullets on the bottom guns, 15 extra. Yeah, but obviously you lose a bit of damage. But for me, I'm wanting to see how effective an arrow would be. Because again, you make the Gladius and the arrow with size 2s. It gives them more shots. It makes them more light. So they get your agility over DPS. It means medium ships like the Saber, the Defender, the Hornet become a bit more useful because they can carry the size 3, right? Then you've got the bigger ones, size 4 and 5. It would be really good. My problem is I would imagine a lot of people then would shift into Talon and Carthaol just for the size 4s. And to be honest, I kind of feel like still 3 size 2s on the Gladius and 2 2s, 2 1s on the Arrow would be really dope. And dog fighting would also be a lot better, you know? 120 player low fly? I'd be down for trying something like that, yeah. Yeah, let's launch. Exactly, exactly. So does the arrow. You could do no. You not understand what I'm saying. I'm talking about where fixed would be size 2. If you wanted gimbal on the Gladius, it would be full size 1s for gimbal. I'm talking about fully dropping a weapon size on the light fighters to make it where medium would be more viable. There is no reason to get into a Hornet. There's no reason to get into a Saber. There's no reason to really use a Defender unless you want to travel around all the time and do stuff like that. Look at the Hawk, for example. The Hawk is really deadly, but it's shit in turning. So you could look at this way, beef up the Hawk's turning ability, but lower down the amount of size 2s it's got, you know? Yeah, they do, Blue Max, yeah. Hey, the Rich. Thank you very much for that, Chief. Appreciate that. Right. We're gonna try and fit this out. Oh no, I can't. It's not ready yet. Alright, we'll give it a bit more time. Yeah, the defender is good for when you're like just roaming around the game and stuff. But I would love light fighters to be light fighters. I would love medium fighters to be medium fighters, heavy to be heavy. And then when we start going into the bigger ships, like large ships, their defense is better, where their turrets have more range, right? So you don't need to give Vanguard turrets more range, right? You don't need to give a Cutlass turret more range. I'm talking about any ship that's classed as large that is slow should have a bonus to the range of its weapons. So a Hammerhead, with its 1400 range with its repeaters, I feel it should be 2000. So when a fighter has to come into the kill range, it's the same as the Centurion that's just out. The Centurion should have 2k kill range, whilst normal size 4s only have 1400. That's just me personally. There's no reason to a turret on these big ships unless they can actually hit fighters that are beaming. Because if you guys don't know, you can set 1500 range to a Hammerhead and just shoot it. It can't kill you, but you can kill it. Because of how of a big profile that shots actually land, you know? The Connie turret should be size 3, I feel. Isn't the Connie turret size 3? I thought they were. If they're size 2, then yeah, there's a big thing as well, but it might not fit inside the model, you know? This is where generally, right? And this is what... I'm gonna have a little bit of a rant on this one with Star Citizen and CIG. Why the fuck in all these years did CIG just not build a turret fucking weapon that can't fit onto fighters and it has different stats? So it's literally an anti-fighter weapon, size 1, size 2, size 3, size 4, depending on whatever the fucking size the turret is, and make it where it has extra range and extra speed, but maybe less damage and just more capacitor and stuff like that. How fucking difficult is it to make another weapon that is purely for turrets? And stop this, oh, but we want the players to be able to change it. Fuck the players and just make it where the game works. Stop making it where some unathletic pigeon who can't fucking play the game literally is screenshotting the fucking game, you know, and they're going, oh, look at my C-78s on my fucking Hammerhead. And oh, we're getting killed by fighters. No fucking wonder, Cupcake. You know? Just make it where the turrets work for these ships and stop allowing players to change them out. Let them change out the primary weapons if they so need to on these ships. But the Hammerhead should have turrets that literally can be fighter flak. You know? Just make the game fucking work. Don't stop making it so difficult for yourselves. It's almost like the CIG team, like literally come into the office, pull their briefs down and get fucking spanked by a paddle before they start working. Because they obviously love pain. They make this game so much full of pain for themselves. And it doesn't need to be this way. It doesn't need to be, you know, where fucking everything is groundbreaking and all this shit. Just make a game that fucking works. And the easiest way to do it is just literally start with one weapon for every fucking thing. And that's it. Take attritions, right? Easiest thing. Attrition doesn't fucking work. Just make it where it fits a turret and it's got different stats. How fucking difficult is that? You literally have the gun. You have it all the way up to size 4 fucking model. Or even size 5, it goes to size 6, make that the turret weapon. And just make it where it can't fit onto other ships. And you give it fucking bonus stats. Whilst everything is reset right now, but CIG don't even fucking think this. It fucking annoys me. And we'll wait a year now until something gets fucking sorted out. And it's the most simplest thing. You have a weapon in the game that nobody fucking cares about, or apart from people that like the sound of it, just make it where one of them works for turrets, one of them works for a primary slot. There you go. Then boost it to make it an anti-fighter flak turret, you know? Less damage, more fucking rounds, bigger range. Done. Sorted. Game is fixed after that. How hard is that? Shit, give me a fucking XML, I'll do it myself. All you have to do is CIG code it to where it can't fit onto normal fighters and stuff. I'll go for the XML, I'll do it for free of charge. I'll change out the numbers for you. The weapon already works in game. Yeah, but in atmosphere. When you go into space, you just fucking orbit around a hammerhead and fucking laugh at it, maybes. Same with the Redeemer. You can literally hit these ships, and they can never hit you back. It's fucking stupid. And in atmosphere, it should even be more scarier. You see a hammerhead coming at you, you're a fighter. You can fly away faster. Then do so, unless you have multiple people to distract, you know? The hammerhead is meant to be a defense platform, but CIG have it where it's super fucking agile as well. Simply, make it a tank, make it have long range weapons, and make it slow as fucking fuck. So it stays with a fleet. That was what it was designed to be. But CIG have got it where the fucking AI do this shit all the time, you know? Hyper fucking movement. Again, like, the game can be super, super simple until somebody comes around and makes other things. You have all these weapons that got defaulted down and they're practically useless, right? Then just literally make it where some of them are for turrets and some of them are for ships. You literally have the ability to lock down weapons, right? They've done it with a few things. They've done it recently with the rocket launchers, which was a really good thing for CIG to do. Because that was fucking memey as hell. So why not just do the same thing? Make attritions or make panthers on turrets only. Probably make it where panthers, and we'll have attritions for pilots, because panthers are pretty much stock on all ships. Just change the stats on it where they can't be equipped. Still can't get into the game, by the way, guys. It's not an instant thing, it looks like on PTU. We'll probably have to wait 50 minutes. Does AI have a tank ship? No, AI are very, very squishy. But they still have, like, hyper movement and stuff like that. Again, I don't want to harp on at CIG, but I kind of feel like they make this so hard on themselves. And it doesn't need to be this way. It really doesn't need to be this way. Fixing a lot of things in this game requires no developer work. It just means disabling two things. Disable maneuvering speed with Afterburner to keep the same stats for now, and then literally make it where one weapon type fits on turrets and has bonus range, and that means that your bigger ships have protection. It means that it's a good reason to actually use turrets, because nobody uses turrets pretty much. Because again, you can have two Talons or two Carthaals with those ballistic rounds coming in and kill a hammerhead before it will ever kill those two ships, even in atmosphere, because they can just stay out of range and just beam it down. And that's the bonkers thing with it. And then hopefully, yeah, fix shield holes. The AI and stuff, whatever, man. You know, it's a different team, different department. They'll be working on things. But I generally feel that to get round most of the problems that we have in combat right now, and I know they're working on other things for the future, and I think that's amazing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not harping on, but they could easily make their lives so much easier for the next 1 or 2 years. For a team. And it's the same with missiles. Same with missiles. Stop allowing certain ships to upscale their fucking weapons or their loadout and stuff like that. And it's the same with downscaling. Just make missile racks stock and they can't be changed out. You are given what CIG balance around, not how many you can cram on. Make it tactical. Make it where you have to choose what you use. Not, alright, I'm just gonna literally go down to one missile type because that's the easiest way to play the game. Fuck that shit. You know? It's super bloating, yeah, because that's what unfortunately has happened over the time. As the game evolves, right? You've had this sort of bubble where the game has been like this, and all the weapons were built around that kind of bubble, and CIG's idea is shifting, which I think is a really good idea for them to shift. It makes sense for the future. But the biggest problem I have as somebody who's a consumer that plays the game continuously, is that I don't have the patience anymore to wait 2 years for a very simple fix. So it's basically, whilst we go for the 2 years and they're wanting to bring out this new technology of game, flight systems, aerodynamics, weapon systems, this is what all CIG have got on a wallboard, right? All this beautiful stuff that they're working on. Mwah, lovely. But in the 2 years that it takes for CIG to develop that, we have to go through the crap in here. And that's the frustrating part, and it doesn't need to be frustrating. Right, I can actually get into the game again. There we go. Hey, Space Jam. Because obviously when aerodynamics are added in, when they slow people's ships down, when they change the weapons out, when they work on turrets, when they work on missiles, when they work on shields, when they work on countermeasures, when they work on ejection system, parachuting, night vision, HUD updates, you know what I mean? I'm fine for CIG to work on these things, but for the love of God, I swear to God, I could literally get all the main guys around the table and be like, right, you don't have night vision, so I've got a perfect idea for you. You know, when you ping, just make it when that ping animation that goes out, just have it where it's constantly on for night vision. That's it. It just makes the outline of the grid. Done. There's your night vision. You can see all the rocks, you can see everything. It's just a fucking matrix grid, basically, at that stage. Instant, fucking easy peasy. Just have the effect that stays permanently on. That's it. Not pulsing, just on. It highlights everything. Boom, there's your night vision. You want ejection system? Just make it where you fucking fly really fast down at hyperspeed and then just literally you don't die. Boom, fucking solved ejection system. Then we actually have a reason for actually playing it, you know? A lot of things are very, very easy to get this game operational. It doesn't have to be where, when we're able to eject, because this is my problem with, like, Chris Roberts would probably be like, I need this the most cinematic thing. I need you to be flying in, Iron Eagle, wings out, like a jet fighter, flying through the atmosphere, and at the very last thing, I want you to Iron Man land on the ground, because I've seen it in movies, you know? We don't need that. We just need to literally not die when we fall out the ships. That's it. That's it. All you need. Or make it where your EVA suit has like super fucking instant rocket power at the last second, you know, one time use. You gotta get a new EVA suit or something. Oof. That planet has a bit of a nasty hitbox. Right, we're gonna go and buy some modules. How much money do I actually have to test? Ooh. How much have we got? I got 93. That's how we show off stuff. But my immersion? Fuck immersion, guys. Right? Here's the biggest thing with video games. Video games are meant to be fun and playable and have nice mechanics. Fuck your immersion. Better to just have a game that works and everyone can do the features and stuff like that, and then over time they can replace these things with whatever crazy stuff they want to do off, you know? Take EVE Online. EVE Online is a prime example. They brought out the game with really good mechanics that were getting updated, and it wasn't until like 2008 they updated the graphics. And the game came out in 2003. PlanetSide 1 had the shittiest graphics ever, and the gameplay and mechanics were fucking solid. And that's more important in a video game. If you're somebody that fucking jacks off to graphics and your immersion, go the fuck outside and get your full immersion and stuff like that. But a video game needs to be fun, it needs to be playable, it shouldn't be a fucking job every time you're doing it. Alright, we should have enough money to get some stuff. Just attach the jets to the sea? Yeah, exactly! Again, all it just needs to be is a simple, you do not die when you... We used to actually have that, if I remember. Screenshot simulator, yeah. Again, there's a lot of cool things on the go, but the basic core mechanics of this game could be made so much easier, and it really wouldn't take much work to do it. And then that gives CIG so much breathing room. Because it's not like this game is coming out in the next 2 years. Unless, like, they've got some sort of fucking dump that they bring in. And, you know what I mean? There's, like, all this mechanics already that I'm talking about already done, you know? Right, so I think what we want to do... What can I buy here? Buy food here? Snagglestick Smoke Daddy. Who the fuck came up with this name? A Snagglestick Smoke Daddy flavor. Smoke Daddy Snagglestick features an extra blast of intense smoky flavor that delivers satisfaction. Oh, for fuck's sake, CIG. Snag one of these premium protein sticks and experience the ultimate in real meat. Who fucking wrote this shit? What the fuck, man? Alright, cool. You can actually get these things now. Here. Jesus, well, man. Right, how many can I buy of these? Can I get at least 4? That's gonna take a huge chunk of money. Let's get 2 then.
I think you're going to be happy with that.
I think I am as well. What missiles do you sell here? Oh, you don't sell missiles here. Alright. I thought they did. Or is it in the other showroom? Maybe they sell missiles. F by Snaggle. Still better than a Barrett Mars bar? Take that fucking back. Is it fuck, man? Barrett Mars bar is life. Just only eat one every like 2 years and you'll be fine. There, that'll be fine. Right, how... What do we actually have available? Yeah, I could do this actually. This will be the way, and then we're gonna do... What's in the bullet? Yeah, we'll take that. These are the 2. Bullet are pretty memey. Right, so we're gonna change out... I'm gonna take the Panthers with this, in case this becomes an absolute shit show. And then we're gonna take them in the actual ship to test out. Alright, that's 1 arrow. The ignites off. Fantastic. I do the bullets on the singles as well. Yeah, this one. Alright. What do we have that would have size 2s? What does the Mustang Omega have? Cannons. What does the Shrike come with? Cannons. Aurora ES, what do you come with? Cannons? What the fuck? Mantis? Cannons? Sweet niblets. What does this come with? Cannons? What the hell is up with CIG putting cannons on everything? This cinches as well. What does it come? Yeah, why does it even come with cinches? Shit. Saber Raven, what do you come with? Fucking cannons. Gladius. Get these off. Kill them. You know, take off here. Yeah, I'll do. I don't think because of the wipe, I don't have, yeah. Oh, this has badges. I can take it off the Eclipse. The Eclipse, what does the Redeemer have? Do you have anything? Again, why does the Redeemer's defense turret at the back have cannons? The same as the fucking front one, CIG. What is the obsession with this shit? Why do they give such poor loadouts for defense? Like, this remote turret here should not be a fucking size 3 bearing cannon. It should be a repeater. It's designed for defense. It's the same with the front one. And then you put the meme C78s on the side of it. Whatever, you know? But anything that's around defense should not be a cannon. Imagine if you had a Hurricane fit and it was full cannon, right? So you have something to farm after you buy the ship? I don't know. What you mean? Right. Do they sell the mini repeaters here? Let's have a look here. What are they called? Badger. Or the Bulldog. No. Alright, so they don't have anything here then. That's fine. We got the shields. I can take off the Eclipse to test. I need to take... No, I think I've got enough money to actually do that. Never mind. There's my modules, by the way. I don't know why it still spawns away. What's new today, Star-Lord? Oh, we're just testing out memeing, reset the account. Again, just really desperate for live. I'm gonna try an arrow with size 2 guns. Not for gimbal, just I want to see what the capacitor is like, basically. They're paying somebody to write that shit, for fuck's sake. I know. What an easy job to write a fucking meme, man. I wonder how much you actually get paid to write out something like that. I swear, like, the lore team must have the best bags of glue available at their desks. Some of the stuff that just comes up is crazy.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Yeah, this is P2, Cowboy. Like, live is fucking dead, man. And here's the biggest thing. Like, I'm totally down for the wipe, but I really wish CIG hadn't announce the wipe until like 3 days before launch or something like that, you know? The moment that CIG announced that they were wiping 3.17.2 live, the player bases just went on live. So I'm just using PT to test a few things and not just hang out and stuff. I'm gonna be heading off in about an hour anyway, guys, because obviously Monday to Wednesday, my son's coming to visit, so we're gonna just be doing short streams today and tomorrow, and then we'll be back to normal schedule on Wednesday. You're one of those players? I know, dude. Like, literally, I can sit, no joke, with Crime 5 on live, I can sit and nobody will come to kill me for like 2 hours. I can literally watch Netflix or some video or a full movie, sit at Shubin, and nobody will ever come. Because I watch on the other screen and just basically stop the timeout. And no joke, I've watched movies in the past like 5 days for like 2 to 3 hours and nobody comes for my bounty. It's like, yay! Awesome! How to kill your player baseless. Hey guys, just to let you know that in 3 weeks we're going to possibly wipe the game. But obviously keep playing, guys, keep playing, you know? Yeah. Yeah. I swear, like, CIG don't make it easy for themselves, you know? But definitely cool. Good for the wipe. I'm happy for that. My only complaint would be for 3.17.2 is I just really hope CIG can do the shield holes. That's the only fix that I care about right now. Because for somebody who likes going red, doing a bit of PvP occasionally and stuff like that, you know, shield holes kills my soul massively, where I probably will end up not going red, and I'll just literally go to outposts and farm outposts instead. Because I have no interest in fighting multiple people where I'm getting full damage through my ship, you know, it's not fun. So hopefully they can sort it, you know. Hey Monk, please. Do you mind showing your Toby signs? It's on my Discord, !Discord. Go all the way to the bottom once you've accepted the rules, and it's under the SC-TDL one. And all that jazz. Me when you wonder. I wonder if I not tried to time yet.
Be sure to explore and discover all Orson has to offer. With so much to see and do, Crusader is a journey worth making.
Oh, actually. Yeah. I'm gonna show you guys a really funky meme, right?
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
And CIG, if you're watching, you're lurking, you're watching me on the TV, which I doubt because, yeah. I ran. But if you are watching, please, you have to do something about this before live. Please be straight. Please be straight. Right. It's actually spawned really nicely. That's good. Because sometimes the cartel spawns on its side where you can't get into it for some reason. But it seems to be good now. We're not having it, it's not moving. This hangar's good. But it is really memey just now. Especially if you have the engines on, or say you fly it and you land it, for some reason it just falls over. Almost like it just doesn't have a working landing gear. But yeah, let's see how fast this bad boy. This thing is super fast, but you can already see how it's like slightly slanted to the right? So it does, like, see there? It's not fully on the ground on the left. So we don't have the full bug, but you can see there. It's just not sitting straight for some reason. And the left landing gear is up. See it at the back as well? It's not sitting down when it actually lands. Weird one. I don't know if they fixed the TVI on this one as well. Oh no, the TVI is still off. Slightly. Look at that. We're going in a straight line. It's slightly to the left now. It used to be to the right. Let's transform. See maybe if it shifts it to the right. Oh, it's alright actually. Alright. Let's see how fast this motherfucker climbs. Alright. That's nice, that's nice. So it's capping out there. How much is it gonna drop by? That's pretty solid. Now, when you used to, on the Carthol CIG have magically sort out the fuel on this and the blade. However, they've not made it where it uses less, they've just made it where it's got a bigger number in the tank, which obviously ups the cost on it. But we would be at least 5% fuel lost already in the changes. Let me just quickly check this. Alright, let's try and lower off. So yeah, the TVI is just slightly now off center as we chase it. Little dragonfly legs. Like with the Defender, does the Defender not sit right just now? I've not been in the Defender for a bit, so I haven't checked out. This is another ship where the when you get shot, they need to make the structure on the engines on these things a lot better, because the moment, especially with shield holes or ballistics, one shot to the engine just literally takes it completely out of the game. The internal component of the actual engine is so weak on ships. Not the actual, like, if it would fall off, then that's cool. But when you actually just get, like, shot once, it just massively wrecks it, you know? And not every engine does this. Yeah, see, it's off to the right now, slightly. The TVI. So this thing is not flying 100% straight right now. Maybe that's why, actually, it's leaning over in the hangar. Is it's off-centered in some way. I don't know why, or how. I generally don't understand how you would get it to do that. We'll go to Selin and then we'll bounce to Yellow. That was pretty fast though, getting out. Not straight, confirmed? Nope, it's not flying straight, it's not sitting straight. It's definitely bendy right now. But it's one of these things where it's like, does anybody really care, you know? Again, if I start flying in a straight line, you can see that the TVI now is a little bit to the left. Let's come out of warp and see. So we'll come out of warp. I'm gonna leave it. Reset my peripherals. Pedals are reset. I'm not touching the joystick. Let's see where it comes out. See, look, there it is to the right. Let me zoom in. Ship doesn't fly straight. So it's very much pulling to the left right now. And again, I can wiggle my pedal and reset it, so eventually it's going to come back over. No, I don't actually want to go into atmosphere. Fuck, this thing's so fast. Go to Grim Hex quickly. Right. Straight off. See, look at that. Look at it to the left. So now she's pulling to the left. It's almost like some of these thrusters or something like that, it's just not centering off correctly. It's not a big deal, but obviously, yeah, the ship. Max, you gotta love when these things don't work, you know. It's amazing how a couple of pixels of flight can massively throw somebody off in this game. Alright, let's see if it gets pulled in. This thing is so dodgy when it enters a hangar. It's got that old, like, kind of Levski bug to it, where it sometimes magnetizes. Yeah, this is smooth. That's because we literally are coming in decouple. It's funny. See, look, now it's... See, this is what I mean. Look at this shit. I'm pulling to the left, right? So I'm gonna... Right, this is how we're gonna do it, chat, right? I'm gonna literally put her in couple, alright? And we're gonna literally drop her out the sky, right? See, look how it automatically starts tilting to the right. So let me roll it back, and we're gonna just cut the engines. And that seems to work. But let's do this, right? Watch this. If I raise her up, and I land, right? So just landing, look. It's literally rolling over. For whatever fucking reason. So if you keep it straight, and you cut the engines, it doesn't fall over. Oh no, it is. It's falling over. Why? Why is this a thing now? I don't understand. How the fuck, by changing the fuel of this ship, does it fall over? Do you have too much fuel on one side? And that's how they did it? I don't understand. Like, why does it fall over? It's literally fucking drifting away, chat. It's not even got any engines on it. Do you think, generally, do you think Yogi or the team guys literally made the right side fuel tank more fuel inside it, and it just pulls it over because of it? Why is Grimhex so bugs? It's because it's collision when you're going through one object container to another laser minion. So you see Grim Hex, but as you pass into the threshold of ATC, you're actually going into another sphere of influence. And that's why your ship goes weird, because it's not taking in your data from when you're out of it inside it. And it's the same when you leave and you get spun around. A wrong value in there. Yeah, I know. Like, ever since they upped the fuel in this thing just keeps falling over to the right. It's almost like all the fuel is in the right side. Look at it. It doesn't even have engines on. Why is it going places? Let me try and get back into this thing. I need up there. Let me do a whee straight into it. Yeah, even the slightest breeze tilts this thing over. It's so janky right now in landing mode. Right. So again, we're going to straighten up. We're going to cut the engines. So there we go, right? Engines cutting now. Now it's going to the left. Oh my god, it's like massively rotating out. I suppose this is easier to get into. But what is wrong with this thing? This is the video that these guys don't show you when they go, wow, I've just discovered this alien ship from CIG. It's called the Carthel. Oh, it's really, really fast, really powerful. Oh, by the way, it can't fucking land for shit. You never see that in their videos, do you? It's bugged. No shit. It's fucking scuffed, dude. Like, you can't equip BM missiles and gladiators or harbingers. That's a typo. Let me quickly save here. Is it a new bug? It's only come in since they updated the fuel on it, Honky, so I can only imagine that maybe it adds extra weight to it or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what that bug is. All I know is that the Carthol can't land properly without falling over. It's not a big thing if you're flying it, you know what I mean? But still. Nothing worse than landing on a planet or a moon that has high wind and watch your Carthol roll across the ground. Because that's what happens, by the way. It starts rolling across the ground because its weight's scuffed or something. It's so funny. How much money do we have? Let's quickly do this. I'll quickly do one mission to bring this in. Because I need to do this. We need the Eclipse for the guns. I don't think I need anything else. I'll bring the Gladius as well. There we go with that. I'm not gonna fast track that. I don't think I need anything else for testing. So I need a couple of size 3s though. The mounts. Alien always has slightly lean to the left or right or left. Just have to buy the new model for cameraman. Yeah. But again, it's only for landing. It's not a big thing. Hey, take care, Flying Wombat. Thank you for being here, Chief. Appreciate ya. I almost died? What, in real life? Or, oh, in AC. Oh, right. AC stopped working for like 3 hours. Ooh, yeah, that would not be fun. Okay, so we're gonna do systems. No, I actually need vehicle weapons. Turrets. And I'm looking for, I need 2 of these for testing. 40 Celsius here? Yeah, that's not fun then, dude. That's not fun. Thank you guys for joining Discord. Again, it's all the information is there for the Toby stuff. Alright. Whee. Short people should stop to complain about their small size. Sorry, what? Alright. I don't even know if that's meant to be a joke. But, yeah. You know what I mean? We are just gonna delete that one. And if you make a joke like that again, I'm gonna permanently ban you on the channel.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Woo! Miz, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. How you doing today?
Welcome.
Let's store this one here.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Hey, Gilga. How you guys doing? What were you up to? We just chilling out flying today? Hey, TV. How you doing, Chief? Let me store this quickly. Where is it? There we go. Right. Just need to wait for the arrows. Some low flying on Microtech? Nice. Were you flying with 40th? 41? 41th. Pretty sure I saw he was doing some low flying on Microtech today. It was really fun. Yeah, hard atmosphere is fucking sick, eh? It's good stuff. You have to go a bit slower though, sadly. Right, so we're gonna change this to these two. Do we have the... No. So arrow 2 is gonna be that. We don't have the Eclipse yet to be able to take off the things.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
1 minute 21. We just have to wait. But yeah, doing very well. Thank you. Appreciate the raid. What part of Microtech were you guys flying around? Like down at the Reclaimer site? Or are we just chilling out in the open plains? What's the current server number? I have not been able to see the actual number for 2 days now. So, I don't know, dude. Like, I can scroll through. I would probably say still 100. If anything. Alright, Bill. Take care, Chief. Green parts between the trees, nice. What's the hitbox like on the trees? Yesterday was above 120, they're trying to push it more to test. Would be a good time to test it. But I still don't think they should go live with these settings. I think 80 should be their cutoff point, personally. Still 30 more than what we have just now. But Moby Glass lags to crap with this 120 kind of nonsense right now. Especially when you're looking at the chat integration. Alright, let's change up the music. Let's do a bit of trance. Is 40 still on? Oh no, he's not. He's not on. Fortius is getting really, really good at low flying. Like his control is really, really good. No problem, Miz. Thank you again for that raid. Appreciate it. Have a good sleep. To be honest, if the shield holes are in live, I might actually just do Microtech low flying. Because I could just literally nip around, go into bunkers, grab some loot. Oh, we 30k'd. Yep. Kill that. You guys seen this one? I sent this to CIG. I didn't put it down as an ICS because, to be honest, it's that crazy, right? Watch this. Obviously, I've got a clone. Look at this area here, right? Watch what happens when we move into a direction. That's bonkers. Look at that. Anyone see the whole ground change? Depending how close you get to it. There it is now.
It literally changes.
It's not
rock location.
It's not a rock load.
No
it's an
wonder
area
this thing
load
came out of
issue.
nowhere.
So we crashed into this rock here, but watch this. As you go backwards, it disappears, and it becomes another rock. So as I'm flying through this area at speed, my path is absolutely fine. But as I came closer, watch this rock here, and it popped out here. So you see the angle we were going at, where it's clear sky for me to go through, and as I approach at high speed, it instantly appeared. Fucking mental stuff, like. Normally I wouldn't really care on a rock. It's the fact that it's a whole area load issue within the grid. So roughly around this kind of size. Which is big, man. CIG Wizards, they did that no matter games. It's crazy, look. Boop. It literally changes all rock locations. It's mental. And obviously it's not everywhere on Daymar or in the game. It's just this one area. Because you notice none of this changes. It's just this whole grid. And that's why I brought up the wee hex thing. So CIG could actually pinpoint the exact location. But all the rocks that are here shift over to the left. And that's a big thing for low flyers. Or for people who are playing like tank game battles or something like that, you know what I mean? You're hiding behind a rock that you see, but the other guy on the other team is like, why are they out in the fucking no rock area? You know what I mean? You're like that. All right, guys, we're totally sus. We're hiding. Yeah. I reported it straight to CIG. I sent them the clip and was like, you know what I mean? It's not like a major thing to go into, but it is one where it's like you could be FPSing and you could be hiding behind the rock and you're like, right guys, they're coming for us, and the guys are in the tank going, why are they standing out in the middle of nowhere? You know what I mean? You're like, right guys, shh, they'll never see us. And the guy's like walking up to you going, I can clearly see you, you know? It's so fucking dope. It's the same with like grass and trees and stuff like that. Sometimes you're hiding behind a tree and somebody's shooting at you, like, how am I taking damage? And it's because the fucking tree isn't there. On your side it is, but on somebody else's vision as they're coming from a different angle, the tree isn't there. It's like, does anyone remember when DayZ first came out? And you literally had to disable grass, lowest graphics ever, because people would be hiding in grass, and then you would come across somebody that had disabled all the effects, and they're like, you're just lying on the ground like that. Shh, they can't see us. And you're like, no, I can clearly see you. And you would kill them. It's so funny, man. They need to work on loading so bad. I once hid behind a rock at Jump Time. One dude sniped me because the rock I was behind was not rendering for me, and the bullet went right through. Yeah. It's a big thing for games with FPS, like FPS shooting. You can't have it where one person doesn't see it, and the rest of them see it. Punch had some grass issues. A lot of old games used to have these really bad systems where you just literally, you see something on your screen and then somebody else doesn't. And you get a huge problem in FPS mode with that. Right, so we'll look here. We can take these off the Eclipse. So we are testing a bit of a meme, which is to go down a weapon size on the arrow to see how effective it is. What I'm going to also do is grab a Vaughn mission so I can go and kill stuff, even though it doesn't look like we're getting anything. Do we have reputation? No, we don't. Battlefield had the same issue? Yeah. I remember Battlefield Vietnam had a lot of like texture problems where the original Battlefield Vietnam. Did I didn't even spawn a ship, did I? Nope. That might help.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
The original Battlefield was actually a lot of fun. Apart from the dolphin diving nonsense, it was so cool to fly in that game with the radio playing. You like it, Mums? Yeah, I'm thinking of going with this way purely because the biggest issue I have with the arrow or in general is I don't think the arrow and the gladius should have size 3. I think they should have size 2 fixed. And again, the reason for this is I want a reason for the Hornet, the Buccaneer, the Saber to be useful, where they're not as agile, but they get bigger weapons. And I think this would be really fair, you know? I think this would be really fair. If you have like hyper agility, you should have less damage. Because again, we go to weapons, and I got 37 Badger shots and 45 Bulldog. That's a lot. Joe. Oh. I'm not interested in your blade. Bye bye. You can chase me to Narnia. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. I'm just gonna drag it up. It's trying to tricord and catch the arrow, like, it's funny. Ah. Oh, Joe, stop fucking around, dude. There we go, it's turning around. You ain't catching an arrow on a fucking blade, dude. It's not that good. Chance to impress. Right, let's go and test this out against NPCs. And we will be gone before you arrive. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, and bye. Whee! A waste of fucking time, man. That's when you know you're dripping with fucking sweat, like you gotta travel all that way for a fucking arrow, man. Right, let's test this out. I'm trying to see, we could try auto. If it spawns 2, we could try auto to see how it is, but I'm gonna keep it with locked. We got that juicy 45 shots. Let's see what we can actually do here. Let's go into stagger fire, test it out. Ooh, a little too fast, too furious. Oh, and dead. That's me not concentrating, chat, on that one. Ugh. Run boss saws on the top and you get even more juicier shots. Yeah, but then that's ballistics, dude. I don't want to test ballistics. I also don't want to crash. I don't want to crash. I'm so distracted by everything else going on in my life right now. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Again, I'm just like, I'm not focused on this game one bit. I'm just autopiloting. I'm sorry if the content is shit as well, but until this game goes live, my brain is just fucking mush right now. I was so hoping that it would have been live over the weekend and I would be able to actually go and do things, but it's just fucking, it's too much for me right now. And obviously we're just going through all the basics of it. You needed that? Yeah. Make ballistics? Well, I actually have a great idea for ballistics, and I don't think it would be very difficult for CIG to do either. Which would be, make it where they are magazine, like laser guns, you know? That would be so sick. Let me get rid of this marker as well. So imagine this, right? So you got like Panthers that say had 30 shots, right? You can make ballistics do, say, 20 shots, because obviously the damage difference, right? 20 shots, even 15 shots, and then it has to reload, right? And then you just give everyone like 1,000 rounds per gun on ballistics. That's all they had to do. The only problem with ballistics is that you have the holding the trigger and you just vaporize somebody in seconds. But if you had 15, 20 shots and you made all ballistics burst fire, and even the chain gun, like, brrr, it just bursts it, right? You could have ballistics really good, and you wouldn't need to change the stats. You just make it where people stop holding the trigger and firing off 100 rounds into somebody. Make it where it's burst fire. You get that strong damage, but you can't hold the trigger down. Imagine the reload on your ship. You're fucking outside the window of your ship, fucking trying to pull on the belt to reload it. Fucking get in there. Yeah. That could be funny. However, having one thing I like about the FPS changes in 3.17.2, when you reload, you drop that empty mag, which for me, that's a big game changer, because I hate doing FPS as janky it is, and you're having to... You know what I mean? It's such a pain for a video game. In before CIG make it where you have to individually fucking slot in. You're like hiding behind a corner and you're like putting it in and you're fucking banging off your helmet to fucking straighten out the rounds. Or the side of your boot, depending on which way you went with it. Side of the boot was my favourite one. Purely because I never got given a helmet most of the time.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Yeah, I know, Blue Manx. I don't like. I would love that, dude. I would love it where you have to use lasers, like so. Make laser guns good against shields and fuck all against armor or hull, whatever it is. It would be so cool, man. You know?
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Where's it? Hangar 5. It's not telling me. And then ballistics for armor and hull. Like, for me, I'm totally down for that kind of gameplay because, again, we go back to the Hornet video. You guys remember the original Hornet? Coming in for fucking ice cream, darling, you know, whatever meme that one. It's firing, like, all guns, like, different colors and all that shit. It was so cool. Then there would be a reason to use both. But, like, a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, but then I just like laser. Well, you are the laser person, you know? They can make it where lasers do very, very strong damage to shields, but weak damage to hull. And then you have it where ballistics do weak damage to shield, but do high damage to hull. And that's your choice. Do you want to burn somebody's shield down, or do you want to, you know, kill somebody faster when the shields drop? Personally... Now, a lot of people are going to hate this. I wish they would take away shields completely. I wish shields were only a visual thing for protecting yourself whilst going through the atmosphere or something like that. I don't want shields to be a factor, you know? I want it to be where the, you just balance the HP or the armor or something like that, you know? That would be cool. That would be cool. Is this fucking Joe again? Jesus, Joe, man. And... right. Off ski we go. Let's try this a little bit better this time. Are you really chasing again? Come on, dude. Seriously. You need to go and get a hobby. Right. No decouple. We're going to go nice and slowly in. Let's do this legit. Weapons on. 45 there. We got a prospector. Let's see what the beam is like. But no, I would be totally down for like ballistics doing more damage to hull. But I generally feel the easiest fix for CIG is just make the magazine. That's it. Because I don't want CIG's developers to spend a lot of time on the current system. I would just like it if by the time they get to the promised land, which could be within like 2 to 5 years, however it's going to take, we're not having to deal with the scuffness. And it's going back to the point where roughly around about like 3-4 we had hardly any scuff, and it was nice, you know. But we've had multiple years of where it's just been really, really shit. Now, is this going to give me a different icon? Because we're on... Let's do this, slow it down. And they actually finished off near it at the same time, which is good. That's actually a quite nice burst. Obviously, a prospector would already be dead because we'd be using the Panthers. It's an extra magazine. It's an extra magazine than using size 3s. And this is again going back to my point where if you have a light fighter, size 2 is not going to make that much of a difference. You're going to get a really good strong fire, but also you're not vaporizing all the big ships instantly. It'd be so cool. So Blade, Arrow, Gladius, they just go down to size 2 stats basically. And this would allow you to have Hornet, Buccaneer, Saber with size 3, Gladiator. They're less agile, they're less mobility, and they would actually have a purpose, I feel, in a fleet. Until you get that armor or whatever meme you're trying to do, you know? Let's try again with something different. That's Hurston. Hurston. Just right. We need to wait for it. I definitely feel like they need to make missions spawn way faster in the game. That's a big thing for me. Because SIG is scratching their heads for, yeah, we don't want to make players to use only this or that. Just listen to me, easy. Yeah, that's very true, Blue Manx. Very true. They're like, oh, we don't want to create a meta, but they are creating a meta. They've literally made a meta the moment that they said we're not making a meta. The moment they defaulted all the weapons to shit, they made it where if you're not using repeaters, you're at a disadvantage. Because if you use ballistics, you run out of ammo. And again, there's always very easy ways of doing things just to get it underway that wouldn't require too much work. I'm not somebody that works in coding or developing, so I wouldn't know the time frame. But let's just say if you have lasers that have 31 shots and you're doing that damage, why don't you have the same system but it's the ballistic gun and it does 20 shots? Where you're doing this and then it reloads. So you would be literally, you know, and make it where you don't need to, like, you could put all power to weapons. It would be, you don't reload unless you put all power to weapons. Instead, you've got it where ballistics, you just do this, right? This is how a ballistic player uses. Just full power to afterburner. Make it where you don't reload ballistics unless you go to that. Forcing them to switch out of it at times. You literally have the mechanic for laser. Don't tell me that you can't make the ballistics do the same thing. And this ship feels like it's flying off a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you would have ballistics, regen the ballistics, and you'd be like, 15 rounds, brrr, but energy has unlimited, you have like 1,000 rounds. It still gives you 1,000 rounds, but it means that you just don't go and beam somebody down with ballistics and go for their shields and armor and all that jazz, you know? Well, again, I don't want CIG to make too many mechanics, Blue Manx. I want to take what we have and just make ballistics good again. And the simplest thing is make ballistics have magazine and make it where capacitor to weapons makes them regen or reload. That's your reload button, is when you go from here with ballistics, you go to there, and that is reloading your ballistics. Not extending the amount of shots, just that is how you reload ballistics. Then with 1,000 rounds, you make it where ballistics are good for people who like ballistics, but also where you have a slight advantage with laser. They could, is it the Psycho, your name, or Theacle? Sorry if I'm butchering your name, I'm really bad with names. Yeah, they could do something down the line with that, and I'm pretty sure we will see something like that, but I'm talking about just literally fixing it now. That's it. Just fixing it now until they have the time to redo all the systems all over again. And again, like I said, the easiest way is make ballistics magazine, make it where the capacitor reloads it, and it makes it where you can have 1,000 rounds per gun. This would be really, really good. And it's a very, very instant sort of system to do. Don't change the heating, don't change the stats, just make it where you only have like 15 shots per ballistic. And then with cannons, just make it where you only have 3 shots. Shotgun is 1 shot. Who knows, you know? Make it where you have to reload. Again, just spitballing a very, very basic, simple idea that I don't think would take CIG that long to implement, and then it literally makes more weapons of use. Because again, with ballistics, you just put all power to engines, and then you switch to shields, all that jazz, and that's really boring. You shouldn't have to do that. But you could control your rearm or your reload to fill the magazine up again, you know? Right. go. Found this one. So this is the Aurora. That'd be 1 mag. 2 mag. 3. So instead of 2 mags, it's just 1 extra mag for a fighter. That's all it is. So when somebody goes, oh, this would slow time to kill down, no, it wouldn't. It's literally 1 extra reload that you have to do. That's it. That was actually only 1 reload on that one. So again, CIG could easily do this and make light fighters better, but also bring in medium ships again. Well, weapon speed is actually your current speed plus weapon speed because physics, right? Yeah, I know. But that's because, like, I don't know why they just don't make all weapons fire at like 2,500 meters a second and make a fall-off range instead. But that's me, chat. That is me. That's my idea with that one. Simple task, yellow. Again, I really like this. And it would be shit in PvP because obviously people are going to be rocking sites free. But just as a proof of concept, it would allow people in light fighters to literally not dominate the field as much as they do just now. They do, but it's not like... Unfortunately, it's like if you've got 1400 meter second weapon, your fall off is 1400 meters, you know? Even if you apply the speed of your ship moving, it doesn't add on to it, you know? That's the kind of state of the game right now. Or at least I think it is that way. Despawn bullet time, yeah. Ooh, an M50. That's gonna be... Oh, and a Herald. That's gonna be juicy. We'll probably take a missile shot from the M50. That vertical speed up just now. Do we see what we're going for? Because I don't know what is the one to engage. I can't even see the M50 actually anymore. Oh, it's right underneath us, that's why. Alright, we can go for the M50 because at least we're after Milo. Milo hasn't woken up yet. Oh, and there's the M50 disappear. Let's try auto gimbal on this. Let's have a look to see what this would actually do. My god, that M50 is just fucking despawning, like, or going off grid. Now it's flying back. Where the fuck are you going, Tony? Tony! Tony! I can't see the pip at all. Actually, surprisingly, that was not bad. Let's try it here. Again, in space, I wouldn't use auto gimbal, but... Oof, it's pushing me so badly, actually. Actually, I wonder if it's my ESP settings. Hold still there, Tony. Or whatever your name is, Milo. Just stay there. My ESP is fucking throwing me off right now. You be good. You just stay there. No, don't fire me. Oh, no. No. Missiles. Just stay there. Oh god, it's moving this thing. No, 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 no. Play 7. impaling me. Jeez. Slow down. Slow down, Milo. Slow down. Come back, Milo. Let's change it again. Let's see if it pulls now. Damn it! Have you given up, Milo? I need you to move. Milo, move. Move. Yeah, that's not that bad, actually. Look at it turning, though. Look at that. Fucking ESP is so fucking weird at times. Look. All I'm doing is pitching. And, sorry, yawing. And moving forward and backwards, up and down. And it's fucking doing the pitch for me. That's where, like, again, do I want it like that? What about here? Will it do it here?
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. You know what? Let's put it back to just default. For now. Oh, you motherfucker. There we go. Try default settings. He doesn't want to live anymore. No, he did actually give up life. Oh, that's not what I need. No. I don't think that's... no. That's what we got here. I don't want to do the ground ones. Assassin in training. What's my time? I've only got a few minutes left. Fuck it. Let's just finish off with a Prashad run. I might have to try in PvP. I'm gonna try at least one day of size 2. We'll put the theory to the test. So we always gotta remember to use the second arrow. And see how it goes. Again, I just want to try and find a way of, or showcase a way of where I don't want light fighters to constantly shit on everything in this game. And I think the easiest way to fix it is just make it where the light fighters can't carry the weaponry that they have just now. Which is lower the size of missile down and lower the size of, or lessen the amount of missiles, I should say, and lessen the weapon size. They still have their agility, they can still dogfight. It's an extra fucking magazine to kill NPCs, right? Holy shit, how the fuck did you fire them? Whoa, 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 you fucking nut job! Where are you going?
It's not too late.
It's not too late to apologize. We've got an Anvil Hawk now. Alright, let's try this here. Let's go gimbal mode and see what it's like.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, Funny enough, that actually isn't too bad. I still... Oh my god, look at... What the fuck? I'm chasing after you. I got you. I got you. I got the super crosshair of destiny. Whee! Holy shit, that's weird as fuck. What the hell? I've never tried this. My crosshair is fucking leafing. That, dude, I couldn't deal with that. I would rather just do that, you know? That kind of feels like a lag pip or, what's it called? Yeah, lag pip. When you move it like that. Again, see what I mean? Like, literally it doesn't feel that bad with size 2s. It feels kind of fun, actually, because you got faster regen, you know? Manual gimbals, yeah. I just wiggle the butt and let the rest of it work. To be honest, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm at the stage now where a lot of people complain about auto gimbal users and stuff like that, mums, but at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Technically on stats, fixed is better, right? It generally is better. But, you know, if you are comfortable with using gimbals, use fucking gimbals. The elitist nonsense in this game has to fucking go. You know? Because if you want the elitist nonsense, just get CIG to actually make a decent fucking elitist game for Arena Commander. That's the easiest thing to do. Use whatever you can. Use your missiles, use your fucking running away tactics, use all this stuff. Because if you survive and the sweat doesn't fucking kill you, that's the best thing. Or if you kill the sweat with gimbals, then that's even funnier, you know? CIG give you the tools, just use all your tools. I should have thought about it before saying something like that. I never think, chat. I never think. I think in live, I'm actually gonna play with, a fucking size 2 arrow and see what we can rack up. You top guns with manual guns can shoot very high. Just full meme mobile. The Shrike is pretty cool actually just now. I'm glad that the Shrike doesn't kill itself. That was the biggest thing. Did anyone see that clip? I was like, Shrike in. So as my team are dogfighting, I came out of warp, I'm like, Shrike in. And I fired missiles and they blew me up instantly and I said Shrike out. It was so funny, man. It was literally in battle for a split second before killing myself. Alright, we've flown over it. It was so memey. When missiles would kill yourself. I started flying around with nothing on the shield, the ship itself. You saw that clip, yeah. Oh man. Good times, good times. Right, let's bust out Old Faithful. I got enough for one flight, chat, and then I gotta go. All the way to Prashad. Let's fucking do it. Where are you? Where are you, wee bastard? Nah, it's behind us. I really wish you could rack missiles without it. Ah, massively off. Look at them. They literally curved when they launch. Again, this thing would be so good with bombs. Bombing run would be so much better for the arrow. Under radar, coming in hot, drop the payload, take out like a ballista or something. Laser guided bomb. It'd be so dick. Woo. Celtics, thank you very much for 4 months. How you doing, Chief? Or Sita, sorry. Hope I said that name right. Dun, 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 dun. Sit in the backseat puking? This is why I would love a 2-seater arrow. I could take people for a ride. Oh yeah. Just check to see what time he said his train's in. Ha 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 ha. 14, alright. Another run, another run. Let's find another song. No. No. Actually, I know what we can do. Actually, no, this will do. This will do. I got an idea. Again, if they just made this vision constantly on, this would be perfect night vision. You wouldn't need anything more. Not the ripple, if it was just on all the time. I don't understand when CIG are like, oh, we don't know what to do for it. It's just like, shit, you already have it. Just make it where the blue mesh is constantly on, you know? Because if I can fly at like 600, 700 meters a second off the deck, and I'm using basically a memory game, if it was always on, it'd be so easy. And it would actually look visually pleasing, I think. Oh, bring Wells in that one. Oh, spicy. Whee!
Self-destruct protocol accepted.
Alright. Alright. That was fun. We'll definitely test that some more though. And tomorrow for our quick show, we'll get in and we'll dive on the more size 2 gameplay on the Arrow. Let me just quickly claim this so I've got this back. But yeah, we're doing short streams today, guys. I do apologize for the time because my son's coming to visit today. So tomorrow will be 10 till 12, and then we should be back to normal work or normal times on Wednesday when he leaves. So yeah. And hopefully, well, I mean, like, again, if this happens and live goes out Thursday, Friday, it means that we just have way longer to do it and stuff like that. No interruptions. Stream Pokemon with him? Nah. Let's do this for tomorrow. Just preset this up. I really wish CIG would allow you to create your own folder options, right? I would love to do this and save this as favorite one. And you could title it. That would be so cool if CIG would do that for us. Imagine if 600 plus million would get you a good UI. Well, yep. That would be definitely a good thing.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
But who knows? Who knows what's waiting for us on another end. Right now, the basics. Long as they cover the basics, I'm fine with that. One can hope. Man. Life is pretty much about dreaming and hoping most of the time. Alright. Anyway, guys. I appreciate all the love with you being here, but again, I gotta go and pick my son up from the station, and I need to do a 36-mile round trip to do it. The joys of living rural. So I need a good like hour to get there and stuff. Taking the Huskies. Let's find somebody we can send you guys over to. And again, it'll be the same tomorrow. We're just doing an early show because we're going for a hike with Nova tomorrow. And then back to normal time. Can you name your ships? You can on certain ones. Arrow, you can't. But it's like Hammerhead, Mercury Star Runner, Carrack, 890. I don't think you can do Connies yet, which kind of sucks. Some other ships, you know. Also it would be cool, like, you know how like if you buy a Hammerhead or an 890 in-game with in-game money, you could rename it as well. I don't like how you have to pay money to have a rename right now, but that's my own. My god, it's quiet today. We'll go to Evolve Gaming. Man, I feel so bad for you guys. I'm totally... My schedule's so scuffed. Evolve is really good. We'll go to Evolve. You'll enjoy his stream. He's an Aussie. But yeah, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for all the love today. The raids. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful Monday as well. It'll be a nice early one tomorrow. Thank you for all the follows. I appreciate everyone popping up here name-wise. Thank you so much, Space Jam, Spudley, Taka, Suma, X-Matrix, Warp Gamer, Lord, Panthra, Honky, Warlocky. Thank you guys. Dingo. Appreciate you for being here. Have a wonderful Monday. Stay safe. Take care.